rip straight into it. So obviously we talk about index. What's another word for index? Power. Okay, you'll often see it associated with O or I when we're talking about bombast. What does a power do? What's the difference between a power and say a multiplication or something like that? Yeah.
The power you times the exact same number.
By that many times, correct? Good. I'm going to come back to that when we get to question 2 and 3, but I like it. So, Ash, you want to help me out with 3 squared? What does that look like in expanded form?
3 times 3 times 3.
What? 3 times, and you said times 3?
No, I don't know.
You meant, I just do it times 3 once, cool. We've got 3 to the power of 2, which means we have 3 times 3. How many times are we multiplying 3 by itself? Twice, okay? So 8 times 8 times 8 in index form, what do you think that is, Lucinda?
8 cubed or 8 to the power of 3?
Yep, 8 cubed, 8 to the power of 3, great work. 6 to the power of 1, Millie, what do you reckon that is?
Just 6.
Very good, there's 6. Lockie. 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. And you can see why we say that straight up, can't you? Why do you think we use 2 to the power of 5 rather than running 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2? Shorter, we get sick of doing these things. Mathematicians are lazy. If there's a shortcut, they will take it, correct?
Yes.
Oscar, help me out with the last one. 4 times 4 times 4. And I'm going to guess almost, well not almost, as I walked around, we responded to that question really, really well. So most people in the room have seen indexes before. We understand how powers work. But then as we came to these ones, we struggled a little bit. What does that tell us? Yeah, we haven't learned them well enough. I think we're really good at the sort of like the surface level stuff. When it actually comes to understanding what's going on, we're a little bit lacking. So it's really important we pay attention to this next little bit because I think that's part of it. What does multiplication mean? I'll let you think on that for a second as I got through. What does multiplication mean? Adam, what do you reckon?
Like what
Yeah, just what, look, if you're trying to tell a year 3 kid what multiplication is.
if you would take a group of, say, 3 and then there was 4 of those and like with whatever, if you actually put it together.
Yeah, so you're repeating, you're saying 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3, aren't you? So we call that repeated addition. So multiplication is repeated addition. So rather than saying 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3, we say 3 times 4. We have 4 lots or 4 groups of 3. Really good. Okay, so I want you to write somewhere in there the word repeated addition. Because I'm suspicious most of us wouldn't have had that. So that could mean 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3 or... Yeah?
4 plus 4 plus 4.
Very good. 4 plus 4 plus 4. Same answer both ways, correct? Do you think that applies for indices or for powers? Does that work for powers? Is 2 to the power of 3 the same as 3 to the power of 2? Have a think. What's 3 to the power of 2?
3 times 3.
3 times 3, which is? What's 2 to the power of 3? Which is?
8.
8. So it clearly doesn't work the same for both, correct? So that's our first key difference. So I want you now to think, if multiplication is repeated addition, what does an index or a power mean? What do you think, Shakira?
What? They will happen.
You're telling me.
Wait.
Multiplication is repeated addition. What's an index or a power?
Oh, it's like the little number that grows on the top.
Yes, so this means 2 times 2 times...
2.
So what are we doing? We're doing repeated?
Yeah, multiplication.
Very good. So instead of it being repeated addition, it's now repeated multiplication. However, we have to be careful because the base and the power, it does matter which one we do multiple times, correct? So this is now 2 times 2 times 2. It is definitely not 3 times 3.